Entrevistas Alfa.
Yo soy Paty Velasco, estamos en Alfa 91.3, donde todo nace con Blame My Youth
Yeah, here we are.
with Sean Van Vliet, singer and songwriter of the band. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Happy to be talking with you.
Thank you, thank you. Where are you now?
I'm in Los Angeles right now, in Highland Park, so East Hollywood.
East Hollywood, perfect. So
Yeah.
I want to start asking you, why should we blame your youth? I mean, why?
Oh.
I'm
Don't
just
we
kidding.
all have reasons? Don't we all have
Yeah,
things we're running from?
yeah,
Lots to unpack, you know?
yeah, yeah.
I have lots to write about the old days, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Do you think youth is a blessing, a challenge, maybe a curse sometimes?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like being young, I always say like, I'm past my 20s now, so I always say like my 20s was like being drunk, and then my 30s I like sobered up. And I
Wow.
look at it as being such a mess, but you don't realize how much of a mess it is, but
Mhm.
it's a beautiful mess. So yeah, it's a wild ride, you know?
It's a wild ride, but this it's an important stage when where you learn lots of important things for life.
Oh yeah. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. You learn how to do you learn everything. I mean, I have kids right now. I have two. Oh, sorry, I lost you.
No,
I
no
have
worries. Hmm.
I have two little kids, and I'm learning like through them how they see the world. Like they see the world with such big, bright, beautiful eyes, and they kind of teach you how to see the world as well. And you realize that kids know so they're so like they have so much wisdom, they have so much intuition, and they can kind of teach us adults something. So I feel like it's such a pivotal point to learn everything. But I feel like kids already know everything. You
Hmm.
like
I
learn
agree.
less and less as you go older.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because I have two kids of my own, so
Ah, yeah,
I know what you're talking about. And
yep.
but why did you choose that name for the band?
I actually wrote a
Thank
song
you.
about it. I wrote a song called "Blame My Youth," and when we were looking for a band, like a band name. We didn't have one. I went through so many. Naming a band is like naming a child, right?
Wow.
Like you can't. There's so many options out there. And I
So
wrote this
difficult.
song about growing up. I grew up in Chicago, outside of Chicago, and I wrote a song about like it's called "Blame My Youth," about like kind of like I like it's I meant to say thank my youth. Like thank I'm really grateful for where I came from, but I am the way I am now because of how I grew up and where I came from. And I meant it a very positive way, but
Yeah.
blame sounded so much better than thank.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but we should
so
thank the way we came, or the way we came from. Absolutely.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was actually a place of gratitude, but blame was such a better word.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds cooler.
It does. Yeah.
And now you have a new single, I Love It, Prize Fighter. So, how was the
Oh,
process of
thank you.
creating this new song?
Oh, I mean, well, so I wrote that song in like it has a little bit of a dark story. Like honestly, I've actually never ever talked about it because no one's asked me where the idea came
Okay,
from
okay, I
or the
want to know.
process. But I so the truth is I had my nephew was battling cancer at the time, and I wrote the story about like I just got the idea of like he's the prize fighter and his mom's always there like bedside like for him like so. And initially the idea of the song, the chorus, was I'm gonna win this battle because I have you. You got my back. So
Wow.
I lived with that for a while, and then wrote verses like honestly years later, and we wrote a different kind of story. My friends and I, we wrote the song together. We kind of spun the story and made it a little bit more about my unique battle because everybody has something they're fighting, whether it be like physical, whether you're going to get into the ring and actually go round for round with someone, or it's something
Absolutely.
mental, or
Yeah.
it's something, there's so many different battles. So that's what that whole process of that song took honestly years to go from something dark and still inspiring to like winning battles to like bringing it to, the stage. So and
Yeah.
I tracked and recorded it with my main collaborator, Joey Moy, and yeah, and now it's out. So
Yeah, because it uses like box words, it sounds like a box
it
song. But this is
it
like having
yeah.
this special person or this support that's gonna make you win all battles in life.
That's it. It's you need a wing. You need a wing person. You need a best friend. You need like a marriage partner, or just a partner in life, or just whatever it is. Your homie, someone that has your back when you're down.
And
And
I want to
like
know,
because
I want to know, who do you
it's like,
have on your ringside?
oh, my girl Kristen and I, we've been together for 13 years,
Hmm.
and we she's ringside. She's ringside for me, and we
Yeah.
have two kids together. So like that's she's seen the whole musical battle
Hmm.
for the
Hmm.
last, like, 13 years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have it, I like my band, like this is band number two for some of the guys I'm playing with.
Uh-huh.
We had a band for like 10 years, like almost 10 years. And my bass player and my drummer, and we traveled around, and we moved out to LA, my drummer and I together. And he's kind of like another wingman. And so is my bass player. Like we've always kind of had each other's backs. So
Uh-huh.
like, when you're starting a band, it's really kind of awesome to have somebody that gives you confidence, and those guys give me confidence. And likewise, I think I inspire them. You have to ask them.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's the whole point, to have
yeah, that's a whole.
special people in our ringside.
Yeah, ringside. You got to have somebody that has your back, gives you confidence, then you can fight your battles. Like, look at anyone who's in the ring, anyone who's ever like won the champions. They have someone in the ring. They have someone that's like there in the hours outside of the ring, that's like training them and teaching them. Like Rocky, and I think it's Mac. I don't know if it's Rocky and Mac, the original Rocky, with Sylvester Stallone, but
Yeah.
like I forget the guy's name. But yeah, he had someone ringside. Is
Well,
it Mac?
it was, I can't recall. After it was Apollo Creed, but that was later, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Apollo Creed as well. But like, there's always somebody there that's kind of like your champion before you're the champion.
Hmm. And do you practice box or any martial art?
I, I wish I could say yes. I've always wanted to. I was living in Los Feliz in like when I first moved to town, and there was a boxing, like a boxing school right down the street. I walked by and I saw these people just like going at it, and they're sweating. I'm like, I need to learn how to do that. But
Yeah,
the
it's
truth
never
is,
too
I've never.
late. It's
I
never too
know, I know, I know, I know. I'd like to think I could throw a punch, but like I never really had to. I was even a
late.
door guy. I was a door guy at a bar, and if there was a fight, I would just like break it up and be like trying to keep the peace.
Yeah,
I've
you're a
never
peaceful
been.
guy.
I really am, but not when it comes to the songs. When it comes to the songs, I can kind of get in. I can
Yeah,
throw some punches in the songs.
yeah, I love it. I love the
Yeah.
way you talk. I love it. You define Blame My Youth as big, loud rock. Can we say so?
Yeah. So, yeah, the label is actually called Big Loud Rock. It's like
What is
we're
that?
meant
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
meant to be. Just
Mhm,
like, my last band was a little more indie sounding, like a little more 2010s, like subdued Roxy music kind
mhm.
of kind of vibe. And when I started this band, the first song I wrote was a song called Fantastic.
Yeah,
And
I
I
love
just
that song. It's super catchy.
Oh, thank you. You know what I wanted to do with this band? I just wanted to have these unapologetically loud screaming choruses, because before this band, I never screamed ever. Before I left Chicago, I
Mhm.
was like, before I moved to LA, I'd never screamed on a microphone like ever. So like I started, my friend, when I linked up, when I came out just to be a songwriter before I started the band, one of
Mhm.
the artists, his name's Nudes.
Mhm.
He gave me a wireless mic one day in a songwriting session, and he gave me this, and he's like, go over there, stand in the sunshine, and just like freestyle on this wireless mic and just go crazy. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did, and I just started kind of letting out stuff that I guess was never able to let out when I was like, as a former artist in my other band. And the Scream was born. And then years later, I sat on the edge of the bed when I wrote the Fantastic song. I'm like, what happens if I just like go to the top of my range and just like yell something crazy? Like I don't know if you could swear or not, but like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Go
like, I feel fucking fantastic. So I like,
Yeah,
that felt amazing to yell. And the
yeah.
same thing with a lot of our songs, like that song Prize Fighter feels really good to
Mhm.
scream that kind of stuff. Couple dogs might. I have two dogs in my room side right now. Shh.
No, no worries, no worries. I love this fantastic song, even though the lyrics are, like maybe illegal or naughty or
Naughty lyrics.
I love the song. It's super catchy. I heard it last week and I was like singing all the chorus the whole week. You know, it's sticking in my mind like one time and again. It's great. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the point was just to be unapologetically loud. So big, loud rock.
Okay, you were touring last year. You were very busy last year. Do you have any plans to come to
We
Mexico?
don't have touring plans.
No.
Oh my God, I want to come to Mexico. Like my goal is Mexico City in 2024. I don't know where you're at. Where is your station?
In Mexico City.
That's where I want to go. We don't have plans as of yet, but the goal is to get to Mexico. Like when we started the band, like the whole goal of this project was to do as much like international travel as possible. In fact, the producer Joey and I, we kept saying like when we were writing these songs, I'm like, we're going international, and we kept saying like we just wrote these songs and we're like, we're going international, and even like some of the new songs coming out, like the next chapter, like we were inspired. But there was one song called Tokyo Rose. There's one song called Olay, and it's all these like because I've done a lot of traveling, but there's a lot of places I've never gone. And I want this band to take us like all over the place because my old band, our coast, we were just in America. So like, which is great, but I want to go everywhere. So Mexico is number one though for me, and it's been number one since the beginning.
Perfect. So 2024.
Let's go, Mexico City. Let's go.
Perfect. And you're gonna be touring. You're gonna still make music. But what's next for Blame My Youth?
What's next is that we have like eight or nine songs finished for our. We haven't put out an album ever, so we have a debut album 2024.
Wow!
So we did like 20 songs, and the producer and I kind of like we're looking at them. We're like, okay, these are good. Let's beat them. So we started, Joey and I's name. We just started like writing in the room, and we started writing these songs and recording them as we went, and we're just beating all the old songs. So it's awesome. It's a very dynamic record. So we're going to put this album out and hopefully tour the entire world many times.
Starting with Mexico
that's
City.
The goal. Yes. We're going to start. That's our hub. Might as well just move to Mexico City.
Perfect. Would you like to make any collaboration with another band or artist? Maybe a Mexican one?
I would love recommendations. I think he's from Mexico, Peso Pluma. That would be like
everyone knows.
I love listening.
Crazy.
I know, but I just discovered him in the last like 2 months, and I was listening. I couldn't stop listening. I'm like, man. I think I heard the Lady Gaga song first, and then I started listening. I'm like, this is incredible. Yeah. So yeah, Peso, if you wanna collaborate and let me scream on some stuff, let's go.
Okay, so maybe 2024 we have some Blame My Youth and Peso Pluma collaboration. That would be great.
I need to learn some more Mexican artists as well. So, but yes, there was a kid that I wrote. We did a song SOS. He's originally from Monterrey. His name's Octavio the Dweeb, and we did a song. Our song SOS, and I was writing with him for his project when we met, and we did a lot of songs. And he actually got a chance to play in Monterrey. Is it Monterrey?
Monterrey, yes.
Yeah, he got a chance to play there.
He's from Monterrey. I don't know if Octavio is from Monterrey.
He was born there. He was like 10 or so, and he moved to Kentucky. But like we met and wrote a lot of songs, and I thought like when I met him, like yes, like I really vibed with this kid. So we wrote a lot of songs and featured him on our song SOS. And we actually wrote some songs in Spanish, which I don't speak Spanish, but a lot of times I'll just like just a little bit. I know like some phrases. Like
which phrases?
No te preocupes. You know, I'm good.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries. But I'm learning. But yeah, I mean, maybe like I'll write some songs, and I've always wanted to learn Spanish, so that could be in the future. You know,
that could be in the future, and box can be in the future.
Boxing could be anything can happen.
Yeah, and 2024, it's going to be the Blame My Youth year in Mexico City. I know that.
Let's go! I love this.
Yeah,
I like to say congratulations before anything happens. So congratulations.
Blame
My Youth.
Sean Van Blade, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Congratulations again. And thank you. This has been so much fun. Thank you.
Oh, likewise. I appreciate it. Thanks for spending time.
Entrevistas Alfa.